football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57. As it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Phillies sideline, there's head coach Nick Sirianni. These guys got the season started by playing a home victory in the opener. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in Week 2. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play, and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a second and 10.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second down.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Here comes third and about a foot.
Brings up third down.
Mahomes takes it himself. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here. It's not a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs. You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because if he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball around.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
It's 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your air attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now they're up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason. postseason, and once again, was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. 3rd down and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Smith. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. It was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose.
Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we took counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Here's 3rd and 6.
A 12-yard gain on the play.
Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they can't bring him down. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And just a couple yards there now to the 17. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escapes the sand. But he can't get away forever. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taking it about the 16. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Open man. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 23 yards to pick up there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving them. But I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Mahomes going to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Under pressure and down he goes. Losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing is Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Barkley inside handoff. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. The force in the traffic.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep under pressure, and they get to him again.
Zach Boyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A gain of 3 on the play.
First down carry for Barkley. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
28-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hurts going to keep it again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down. At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Gets this out to so-called Barkley. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
Philadelphia.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
The Chiefs' 3-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. But he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's third down at goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get to him with a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
It's down and goal.
And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 coming. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preaching on this and walk on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. It's not easily done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 7 and an Eagle 1st down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop it behind the line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. They'll set up a throw. Just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is is incomplete here. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down. Here's a give to Barkley. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 17, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half as we are about to get underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. In motion left comes Brown. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught. Smith. Here's 2nd and 7.
Devontae Smith. A 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
Hurts.
29-yard line.
Over the middle here to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
A gain of 7. And the Eagles.
A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Philadelphia.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley hit in the ball, pops free.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This one complete to Smith. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get it. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for a Kansas City.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 45.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
This will be caught by Brown. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Kansas City.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it off the gut. And he'll get 4 there, and now we're back to 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
And they get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 5-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. He talked about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw. Scoops away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 2nd down and 8.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 49-yard line.
Hurts with a quick throw complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Out left side here to Bryant. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to 25 there.
A 3-yard pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
8 yards pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 9.
Again, directly out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Running left, it's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Mahomes going to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. But look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Chiefs 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Ball carrier. Cooper to Gene on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
At the
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
By Sidney Brown. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Draw play. Mahomes gives to Hunt. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10. Handoff now for Pacheco. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray there to make the grab. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew there were time getting short. They had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Buckley is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Now second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he goes
45.
A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
Out of the shotgun and Logan Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this off to Saquon Barkley. And a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
From the midfield strike, they look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up second down.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him now?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his man in stride, complete. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. The kick by Elliott is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes will throw. Keeps himself, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
8-yard loss.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
1st down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. McCord. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Yeah, something pretty familiar. The defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.